Welcome to Clean Cut Conversation, where real people sit in a chair and speak truth. I'm your host, Wade Hampton Jr., and today we're kicking off episode 1 with a powerful conversation featuring Kieran Davis. From the barbershop to real life, this is where inspiration gets a fresh fade. Let's cut up.
All right. First episode of Clean Cut Conversation. I got my man Kieran Davis in the chair right now.
Yes, sir.
Kieran, go ahead and tell me a little bit about yourself. What do you do? Where you from?
So, man, I'm coming from everywhere, man. Grew up in Alabama, live in PA right now, Youngstown all the time. I'm a business advisor at the MBAC, Youngstown Business Incubator, and entrepreneur as well.
Okay. So this is a Clean Cut Conversation. So what it is we're gonna be having just a conversation during the cut, and whatever conversation we have, that's just what the episode is. No scripts, no nothing like that. Just raw conversation. So
Now tell them with the first episode, the inspiration. Well, there's two things. What happened with the last one, and then like the inspiration behind like why you're doing this.
So first things first. First episode, it only recorded 8 minutes. So I was like, man, I had to get new microphones and whatever. I don't know if they died. I don't know what happened to them, but the whole inspiration is just basically just to share, everything like the conversations with people, and because we always talk about health, we talk about wealth, we talk about finance, we talk about spirituality, all types of stuff. I mean, I know it's kind of frowned upon to talk about politics, but sometimes politics is talked about too. It's the barbershop. This is what we do. We talk. We have people in the shop that talk too. So it's just a natural environment. Nothing like glitz and glamour, none of that stuff, whatever. Just kind of just having conversation.
Mm-hmm.
I got people in the background. We got people here. It's a real live conversation.
Mm-hmm.
So, anywho.
Now I seen the other day. I was gonna send it to you. I was gonna ask y'all. It's a barber in Dallas. He's charging his customers like a monthly like recurring fee, $150 for one haircut a week. You think that's a good idea, or 4
haircuts a month?
Yeah.
I play with the idea of like subscriptions. It's definitely in demand. People like that. People like that because they like stuff that just comes out automatically, and they can just schedule the appointments at will. They ain't gotta worry about it. They put it in their budget. I like that. I like that idea a lot.
Is that low key? The price is less than it will cost.
It should give you like whenever you do a subscription, it should give you something. You should feel like you get like a deal. Like if I'm paying for a subscription for a haircut, I would say I would probably do, like a certain percentage off. Or maybe you got like on your 4th haircut is half off or something like that, or your 4th haircut is like 25% off. Just because it makes it worthwhile because you on a subscription basis. Now, here's the thing with subscriptions. If you got subscriptions like Netflix, if I don't watch Netflix in that month, I'm still gonna pay for that subscription.
Yeah.
So now you got people that's like, man, I ain't getting no haircuts this month. Like, so why I gotta pay a subscription? Well, you opted for the subscription.
But like no haircuts this month is crazy.
In a month?
Like
man,
you at least got 2.
You at least get 2. I get about 2 or 3 haircuts in a month.
Mm-hmm.
If not 4. So you got to be feeling like you get something from it. But then, like I said, the downside would be like people they don't show up for their haircuts. You still hit them for that $150 at the beginning of the month. They're like, whoa! I didn't get no haircut last month.
Mm-hmm.
You're on a subscription, whether you get a haircut or not. You better send your cousin or somebody to come get your haircut.
Now, a big benefit.
T-Quan get one of the haircuts.
A benefit though is like now you bring all your money in every 1st or 15th of the month.
Mm-hmm.
So you're getting like a big deposit.
Yeah, so I mean, like, if you have multiple people doing subscriptions, that'd be pretty dope. Like, so say for instance, if you have if it is $150 a month, you got 2 people doing it, that's $300. You got 4 people doing that's $600.
Mm-hmm.
So that right there could be somebody's car note.
Mm-hmm.
That you just on the 15th, you just take that money, whatever they give you for the subscription, and you just pay bills with it.
Yeah, that's smart.
So I think that's a pretty dope idea.
Would you consider having an option like that?
Oh yeah, I've already explored it. Different apps and stuff like that to look at that. Because on Square does it. You can do it a couple different ways. You can do it. They have subscriptions, so you can do it on the app, or you can just do like a gift card.
Mm-hmm.
So say for instance, they just buy a gift card from you. But the problem with the gift cards is the money's already spent, so now you feel like you're working for free. So,
but like y'all don't do walk-ins, huh? It's just all appointment.
No, we do walk-ins.
So
yeah, we do walk-ins.
There's probably some added benefits you can put on there, like 150 could be the regular, and then like it could be some other stuff like upgrading it. Because this is for a normal haircut.
Yeah. Now, if you bought like different packages, say for instance, if you get cut and beard, obviously it's $35.
Mm-hmm.
4 haircuts a month, that's gonna be $140.
Mm-hmm.
So now, if I'm saying it's $150 for the subscription, you then either A, you get a discount on the subscription, or B, you just kind of just say, hey, I'm gonna pay extra $10 for the convenience of having a subscription. But then there's a question too. People say, oh, well, is there added perks? Like, do I get premium booking?
Mm-hmm.
Like, if I got a subscription, I should be able to get in whenever I want, basically. That could be a possibility, but then at the same time, you you're at the mercy of my schedule.
Right.
So you got to get in there and schedule your appointments. Or we put you on a reoccurring schedule, which then helps a whole lot more because now your schedule is set. I have a lot of people on like Fridays and Saturdays that do like reoccurring schedules. And it's just like every week or every 2 weeks they get a haircut. Same time, every 2 weeks or every week.
But wait, how far can somebody book on your
3 months?
3 months. Dang.
So if you wanted to go out and book it 3 months in advance, you could. But if I set you on a reoccurring schedule, that just goes out. It just happens. It just keeps happening. There's no limit on that. So I can set you for a recurring appointment today, and it's going to take you all the way out to the end of the year.
Nah, that's smart. Because I was going to say you can like give them access to the schedule like outside of 2 weeks, and everybody else would just have that regular.
Yeah.
But the recurring probably be the best thing.
Or they can get access, like if they wanted to say, hey, I want to schedule every holiday today. You know what I'm saying? Like give them some kind of access like that. Like they'll schedule every holiday today. Like, so say for instance, if it's the day before the holiday, they get premium booking like that. We can sit down or we can have a phone call. Be like, hey, I want my haircut the day before Christmas at 9 a.m. Because they got a subscription, they can do that. So I go all the way out to Christmas and schedule your appointment. Just to make sure that you get your haircut. Especially if you know your schedule, that's always the best route anyway.
Nah, facts. I mean, if you can do the subscription, likely you probably got a set work schedule or whatever anyway.
Of course. People who do subscriptions are very budget conscious.
Mm-hmm.
So they know their budget. They're going to write you in the budget. They're going to make sure it comes out automatically and everything else like that. So I like that idea, though.
Something to consider.
Funny that you asked that, because I've been thinking about that a lot.
See? I think even like different subscriptions too, like for people who are just doing 2 cuts or 3 or 4.
Mm-hmm. Family. Like different like tiers, like different packages.
Even like a family package.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
Like I got 3-4 kids.
Mm-hmm.
And like you said, if they save a buddy,
you gotta make it worthwhile. It's always got to be made worthwhile. But then I got people that say, "Hey, listen, can I pay you in advance?"
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, "Yeah, you sure can."
Mm-hmm.
But then it's discipline on my end though too. After that, Because then they give you that lump sum of money. It's like, all right, well, I don't want to feel like I'm cutting hair for free. Yeah, I don't want to seem like I'm cutting hair for free. You know.
Mm-hmm. I think it's tricky, like as a barber, because like, well, really any service-based business trying to like scale, because you can't create, well, you can create more time by extending your schedule, your hours per day. Right. But again, you don't want to keep giving up time for money.
No, not at all.
The only thing would be like opening up other locations and having barbers kind of like, you know, come in and you're getting some money off the top of what they're doing. But when I think about scaling this service-based businesses,
right. No, I got you.
But it's lucrative though, because like
it is.
Robots ain't gonna be replacing. I don't think people are gonna be just so easy to trust a robot to cut their hair.
You said what?
I don't think people are gonna be trusting robots to cut their hair.
No, I be seeing those videos.
Oh, they got it already.
They got videos of people getting haircuts by robots and stuff like that or whatever. There's nothing that can like really, you know, like replace this interaction.
Mm-hmm.
Like just even showcasing it now, like there's nothing that's gonna replace this interaction. Like you can't, unless you're just one person just wants just a haircut. And that's it. You don't care who cuts it. You just need a haircut. Mm-hmm. Versus, you'd be surprised how many people don't have like a barber. Like they don't have an active barber. Be surprised.
Nah, it ain't really surprising for it. Like I'm like, especially like if you move a lot.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta really like, but it's not that easy as it may seem either. Because I mean, you gotta determine like who has the skill set to cut your hair, but then also like. Just like
where you feel comfortable.
Yeah, who you click with too.
Yeah. I've had people come to me because they just like, you know, I feel comfortable now. Like getting a haircut. Versus like they getting a haircut like, you know, in the hood or something like that or whatever. Like, man, I can't even close my eyes when I'm getting my haircut. I'm just trying to relax. Cats in here arguing.
Shooting dice on the side.
Yeah, you know, gambling and stuff and all that. You got 16 kids running around. No parents.
Arguing with their baby mom.
Yeah, you know. They fussing and arguing, rap music playing real loud. It's all about the environment. It's about the experience. Mm-hmm. At the end of the day. And that's what we, at Excalibur, we like the environment, the grooming. Yeah. Just a place where you can just sit back and just be yourself and drop your title off at the door real quick and just kind of just chill. You know, sometimes pastors don't. They just want to be themselves, and they just want to just sit back and not really have to worry about nothing.
But you got like some barbers you could tell like they really just trying to get their money. It's not a genuine care about the client.
Yeah. You have that. They always say it's not about the money until it's about the money. So
I mean, it's about the money.
It's always about the money because I gotta live. I gotta eat. You know, every barber that's cutting hair is not just cutting hair for fun. Mm-hmm. Even though we do it for fun, and we just having to get paid for it. Mm-hmm. So
I think that's what separates. I think people think it's like skill that really separate, but it's really about how personable you are.
Right. Because at the end of the day, you know, people don't do business with people. You know, with businesses, they do business with people. Mm-hmm. So, like, you do business with people that you know and that you trust. Mm-hmm. I always think about it, too, like, the amount of trust you got to have for a person to let them cut your hair. That's Listen, I've heard some guys say sometimes, he was like, man, listen, I ain't letting go of my barber at all.
That be the same person they raise up for their kids getting their hair cut.
Mm-hmm. And you teach them kids like the commitment for as a relationship, you know, with the barber. Mm-hmm. Like, it's a pretty sacred relationship. Probably one of the oldest relationships too.
Cause you said some people flew you out to do like the weddings and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that's some people take their stuff serious, man.
They take it serious. I've had one person actually did do that. They flew me out to, do their wedding. Their groomsmen, themselves, and other family members. And then I had people coming into the shop. And we, I block out a certain amount of time. So it's just then we got a space downstairs in the basement. So it's like a lounge area, so they can play pool and everything, watch TV, whatever the case may be, downstairs. And they just come here. Or I went to the house, to the church, cut hair there too. So, it's about the image at the end of the day.
I think people do get into, becoming a barber thinking it's like a quick, like a money grab.
Yeah. They always call it like a license to print money or whatever, but because some of these prices, man, I'll be looking at them like, man, like what do I need to do to constitute a $500 haircut?
Man,
right? These cats, no shots being fired here, but what are you actually doing that constitutes you to wash somebody's hair and cut their hair for over $300, $400? Like.
I don't understand. I ain't seen nobody do 500. I seen like a lot of people doing 150.
Yeah, 150. And it's all about demographics too. At the end of the day, it's all about where they're located at. If you're in LA, you're in Texas, you're in these big cities, people making $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 a year. In these big cities, so they used to paying high ticketed prices for stuff.
Got a little bro right.
He said,
he got a little bro in the game.
Yeah. He jumped out the chair too.
No, I think that like people are only doing like offering premium cuts to where it's like I'm only doing 150 cuts. While I'm doing like that dude with the spice balls and stuff like that. He be doing a video.
Slide.
He be getting you watch people here, they be hopping out the seat with waves.
Man, listen, I done had kids like get in the chair, they cut off their locks and they're like, I want waves now. I'm like, bro, I don't even know how he do that. Honestly, I ain't gonna lie. See, you trying to give people waves?
Crazy.
I don't know. It be coming out with waves like how you got.
That's worth 150.
No, listen, you went from braids or locks to waves. I was like, how you do that? No, like for real. Sly, if you watch this, how do you do that? It's crazy.
I think it's in the way that he washed their hair. He just brushed with the shampoo and it just like.
I brush with the shampoo too. Like I got my little scalp exfoliator and all that stuff, whatever. I got a couple different ones too. I ain't never gave nobody no wave. I'm like, man, that's a process. I just didn't arrive at waves.
That might be it. You add $100 off just off of that.
If I'm cutting locks off and I'm brushing you down the waves, that is insane.
But now, like you said, it is like the demographic you're serving though, because you might lose like 70% of your clientele by just offering premium cuts, but is it worth it?
Yeah, and I like to touch the masses. You know what I'm saying? Like I like to be able to reach out to the mass amount of people. Like, if I start, like I've been back and forth about raising my prices here and there too. But if I raise my price to $100 a cut, I got some people that's gonna pay that. But it's not like you're gonna get that all day, every day in your certain demographic. So I mean, it's not. I rather do more people, be able to touch more lives, talk to more people, and not be too Hollywood for people. And some barbers, they be too Hollywood for me.
So like the cuts, I mean the prices is not determined by like the shop overall. Like everybody got the same price.
You said everybody has the same price?
Yeah, like do y'all all get to individually determine what prices y'all charging? Or is it like the same across the board?
It's kind of the same across the board, really. I mean, it's a lot of people in the city, they don't really have, like, everybody's pretty much streamlined, like, about the same prices.
Yeah.
But you have some outliers. You know what I'm saying? This like they charge you $75, $80 for a haircut. I'm not sure like what they do or how they do it or whatever, but I have like different clients from all walks of life anyway. So it's like you just never know. But I cater to different demographics, but also I shoot for particular clients. I'm very particular about my clientele. I like people that's always in the face of the public. You got pastors and you got people who are like news anchors and stuff like that. Hey man, I'm recording over here. I said I'm recording over here. Don't side-eye me. His blower be like strong. Pause.
No, but I think like beard in the cut can easily be like 60, 65.
Yeah, I think because like normally I would pay like $50 for a haircut. I'm as long as my hair getting washed. I've never paid over 60 for a cut. I don't think. I don't think. I don't remember. No, like 50.
Not just for the cut, like probably with the tip.
Yeah. If I'm getting a facial and everything too, though, that's where the whole difference becomes into play. If I'm getting a facial too.
Cause you gotta think like they got them like sports clips and stuff like that. And I think they got like an MVP package that's like I don't even remember. It's probably like close to like 100.
Yes, I haven't. It just depends, I guess. Like, what all are you getting with this haircut?
Well, they just got like it's like a wash, but then they got like a massage seat, a massage chair.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah, but it's like
Hey, what's going on, y'all? How you doing? Yeah. But I guess different barbers, different shops, different prices. Just never know where you gonna land at. I get people from out of town all the time. They're like, "Yeah, man, back home it's like 75 for a cut." Or I get cats from LA. This one dude from LA, he's like, "Man, I pay my barber back home 110, so I'm gonna give you 110." I'm like, let them use you.
That's that cost of living. I think minimum wage out there like
$25, $30 an hour. That's like minimum wage. I'm not sure if that's really minimum wage, but we might have to fact check that one. But who knows? The cost of living is crazy out there.
It's insane. You have like a 1-bedroom apartment, like 3 bands. $3,500, probably more than that.
$2,500 for like a studio. You rent somebody's room in somebody's house.
It's one refrigerator in a building. I gotta go to the lobby.
Right.
I got a friend in Cali that they were saying something like you really gotta have a roommate, and then it's still like 2 bands a person.
Hey. That's crazy. I can't even imagine like paying that much just to live first, number one, and then you gotta eat too. And I see why most of them don't have no car.
Man, you gotta stay with your parents as long as possible.
Man, right? I ain't going nowhere. I'm 35 years old, sitting in my mama's living room. Can't even do it. That's too much. That's why I just visit those type of places. But then what's crazy when you visit those type of places, then you see that type of people just like living there. Like, bro, how you afford this?
Man, you gotta grind.
You start talking to people, they be like, "Yeah, I'm an online sewing consultant." It's like, a what? I make $300,000 a year. I'm an online sewing consultant.
Doing what I do here out there, I make way more money.
Yeah, and like obviously, as a barber, I can definitely make way more money out there. But then you gotta deal with everything else. But you make more money per se, but you gotta still pay out more money. So just to live. So it's like a give and take. I remember hearing a story about some guys that they like moved away, and then they had to pay commission or something like that, for their chair. It was like 50%. So it's like, all right, well, you're paying $60 for a haircut, but you only get $30 at a haircut. So now you right back where you were before you left, and then you got a higher living expense. So how does that work? You
just trying to get the lot. You just trying to be out there for the weather and the women. That's it.
That's it.
You're not really making no more money,
right? Because you go like to Miami or something like that. And
I could never live in Miami.
I couldn't even imagine how much cuts are in Miami. Anybody know how much a haircut in Miami is? T?
That what they do in Atlanta?
I know you frequent Miami a lot, don't you, T? I think 85? How much?
Like 120?
Yeah, I'm thinking 120 as well. Like,
yeah.
No, seriously. I mean, you got a lot of traffic out there. People out there for vacations and stuff like that. They might not even get a haircut before they leave. Even if they do get a haircut before they leave, they want to be fresh when they go out. Little lineup where we'll freshen up.
It's just too much money out there, man.
I would just go out there and post up somewhere for like a week.
They be out there playing the guitar.
Find a barbershop and just post up for like a week, and then make some money. Come back. Working vacation. Hey, that's a good idea. I'm about to write that down. To write that down somewhere. What you think, T? I know Jamal down. Here you go with the strip club stuff again. T trying to blow some money.
He trying to give it back. He paying tuition down there.
Man. Why are you here? We having a money making conversation. He's talking about throwing money out. Like, I just can't see it.
He giving out scholarships.
Man. T, we put that in the box, T. We put it in the box with the word flaccid.
That's hilarious.
Craziness.
I seen Steelers got Jalen Ramsey.
Did they?
I'm trying to tell you. People mad about them getting rid of Minka, but I'm like, he ain't really been producing, he been hurt. And we need corners. Nah. He not in the mix enough. We need to have a better corner over safety in this league any day. They're talking about putting Beanie at safety. As long as you come up and hit, if you ain't scared to come tackle, you're already 10 yards back. Just drop in your zone. But you need locked on corner, especially in the AFC.
Hey, long as my Eagles are still doing what they do.
I ain't gonna lie, y'all one and done.
Doing what they do. No.
They gave it all up.
No, we ain't giving nothing up. We posted on our offense.
Y'all got Barkley, y'all got Hurts.
We got Hurts, Barkley, AJ, we got Devontae, we got a pretty good squad still. Even though we lost 6 people on defense, we still gained 6 more people on defense. So as long as you got the formula,
we're gonna see.
Fangio, he got that formula.
They said Commanders winning y'all division.
Nah, definitely not Daniels.
They said Debo about to have a career year.
Nah. I don't know who said that. Might be Stephen A. Smith must have said that.
Man, y'all better put him on your offensive football team. He about to go crazy.
You can't break separation.
They're gonna give him the ball.
That's the only way. Screen. I'm an Aggies fan. I watch it. You can't come home around. You can't get open.
And they got Kittle. I don't know, man. I don't know. What like Commanders got some weapons. They got young weapons.
Yeah, they got young weapons, but they're not experienced weapons.
That ain't matter too much last year, did it?
No, they did good last year. We put 55 on them, but it's neither here nor there now. Put 55 on them. Let me show you what's going on here.
Now it's gonna be an interesting season to see how these rookies play.
No, seriously. Where the heck CJ Stroud been at, man?
Man, I don't know what they was doing over there.
Where he been at? He been real quiet.
Maybe he got humble last year.
Yeah. Definitely did.
I ain't gonna lie. I think the Packers about to like have a great season. I ain't gonna lie.
You think so?
Yeah. They was already decent, and then they let them pick up Matthew Golden.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna lie. I don't know how they. It's like these players get injured and they drop so much, but like he's still the best route. He's still low key the best route receiver going in the draft. That's like, I mean, he's not Jamar Chase, but it's like giving somebody like, Jamar Chase, Malik Neighbors. Burrow? I ain't gonna lie, it's worth a conversation. Cincinnati is garbage. I'm just saying, Cincinnati garbage. If like, I mean, people forget when I ain't taking nothing away from them, but Mahomes when he came in the league, the Chiefs was already doing good. What's his name, Alex Smith? They was already contenders. They was competing. Joe Burrow went to a Cincinnati team that was horrible, and then went to the Super Bowl. They don't got the same coach the Chiefs got. Man. And then look what he did last year with like the worst defense in the league.
It is.
He goated. I mean, if I own the team, he'd be my quarterback. Ain't too many like who are you taking over Burrow though? It's a short list. I'll take Lamar over him. But that's just different mechanics though, like, Like literally, like he better than a lot of the running backs. And that's the thing. A lot of these coaches don't know how to like get the most out of their players. I ain't gonna lie. You say you're a Niners fan. I think Niners just play the same way. They don't care who they got. He get hurt every year.
We had that 30-minute mark. So,
okay. Carolina running backs, they be literally like after they trade a running back, it's almost a DG because it's like they done took so much of his like health away.
It's so funny how the sports conversation takes over everything usually. It always takes over.
People be ready for their teams to get back up.
Season slowly approaching. Very slowly approaching. But anywho, so we're gonna wrap up with the clean cut conversation. And any final thoughts, tidbits, words of advice, words of encouragement.
Man, just tune in for the next one. You never know what you're gonna learn.
You never know what you're gonna hear. T-Quan talk about strippers again.
You might have to do like a little intro, introducing all the barbers, and have like a little
barbers is in the shop because people gonna be real interested to see who T-Quan is if they don't really know who he is. Who is that guy? Anywho, But yep, that is going to conclude the very first episode of Clean Cut Conversation. Hopefully you got something. Hopefully you heard something. Hopefully you can pick up something that you can use in your life.
You definitely got the clean cut.
Got a clean cut. You see what's going on with this fade here. You see what's happening with that fade. You see that, Lex? Yeah, you see how's it look on camera? Huh? Oh. See, we got to show. We got to show y'all who Lex is pretty soon. Lex is silly. Take her up to the 12th. Drop her off, man. Anyways, thanks for tuning in. I am the chosen one. This is Kieran Davis. We are out of here. Tune in for the next episode next week.
That's a wrap for episode 1 of Clean Cut Conversation. Big shout out to our guest Kieran Davis for keeping it real and dropping some gems. I'm your host Wade Hampton Jr. and this is just the beginning. Make sure you subscribe, share, and stay locked in because the next cut might just change your life. Until next time, stay sharp.